We're gonna spread happiness. We're gonna spread freedom. Obama's gonna change it. Obama's gonna lead 'em. We're gonna change it and rearrange it.
Brian, the military getting involved, that seems kind of drastic.
Well, I think it is dramatic, Shep. Fox News has confirmed that Northcom has a proposal sitting on the desk of Secretary of Defense Robert Gates that would authorize the military to back up FEMA should there be an H1N1 pandemic. The proposal comes from Northcom Commander Victor Renoir, who wants permission to set up 5 regional military teams who will respond if FEMA says it needs help. One assumes this might be necessary, Shep, if there were, for example, mass quarantines.
In the town of South Paris, dozens of National Guard troops dressed in riot gear spent the day fighting off angry crowds desperately trying to get their hands on vaccinations against the H1N1 flu. At least that's what it all looked like. This was a drill, however, for guardsmen in the event of a swine flu pandemic. Steve Minnick has more from Oxford Hills High School.
Now, what you see here is a situation these National Guardsmen and police hope they never have to deal with. But there is the possibility, since Oxford Hills High School is a dispensing point for the vaccination.
During riots, you know, hey, there's the medicine, we want it now. They're going to overwhelm the local PDs.
It's a what-if, worst-case scenario. What if local police were not enough to quell crowds of people so panicked to get a flu shot they turn violent? Well, that is when they call in the National Guard.
We're treating every situation as it's actually happening. We try to train as we fight, we say in the military.
I want you guys to be loud and boisterous. All right, cause some confusion.
This drill's designed to look and feel as realistic as possible, right down to the actual pepper spray and live tasers. These guardsmen don't know what to expect, while most of the crowd pelt them with eggs and bottles. In this drill, the trouble's created by people showing up without proper ID or living outside the designated vaccination area. All potential real-life scenarios. Ultimately, the Guard makes many arrests and is forced to shut this vaccination site down.
Hopefully not real at all, but we will train just in case we are called up for something to happen.
Now, they say this is not to suggest this is how they expect Mainers to react, but the bottom line, they say, these troops need to be prepared for anything.
A mother of 3 is more concerned about the vaccination itself than the delay in its arrival.
I would be more concerned about the safety than getting my kids vaccinated for something that I don't think is really necessary. I mean, I don't want to give them any more medication than I have to.
The safety of the vaccine is like anything else. It's being tested right now. Can I sit here right now and guarantee you that it's 100% safe? No.
But if H1N1 becomes a bigger threat, would you still be given a choice to take the vaccine?
We don't force it on anybody. They have every right to keep their immunity low and possibly get sick and die from it. That's their God-given right, at least in this country. No, we're not going to force it.
However, Dr. Grossman tells me the World Health Organization, or WHO, has raised the pandemic to a level 6. And according to a 2005 WHO document, under this level, public health officials would be empowered to force vaccinations, treatments, or quarantines.
Josh, any penalty if you don't follow the emergency declaration rules?
It can actually get to be a pretty severe penalty, because for each day someone didn't follow a rule, for example, if somebody was asked to be quarantined and they decided not to follow that, it could be a fine of up to $1,000 per day they didn't follow, and also up to 30 days in prison.
And so how will the swine flu vaccine be offered? Will it be mandatory for people? What have you heard about that?
Well, there was a conference here in Washington last week where we have two themes present. We have the research community, the medical community, saying, look, what we need to provide the public is good information and let them make the decision based on facts. We have the emergency community, the Homeland Security, Federal Emergency Management Agency people talking about forced vaccinations, forced quarantines, basically the politicians running the show instead of the people who are from the medical community and know much better about the threat of this particular influenza.
Here is the International Swine Flu Conference PDF, and you'll see there it says Washington, D.C., and it says there that top leaders and key decision makers of major companies representing a broad range of industries will meet with distinguished scientists, public health officials, law enforcement officials, responders, and other experts to discuss pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response and recovery at the first International Swine Flu Summit. How exciting, isn't it? Conducting morgue operations. Why would you need to conduct morgue operations? Morgue as in people dying, killing people, as in people being put in the morgue? Yeah, that's what they're going to be discussing. Let me continue on. They're also going to be talking about mass fatality management planning. Look at concurrent breakout session number 2. Breakdown of public services utilities. Unwillingness to follow government orders. Wait, they're having a workshop discussion on you and me and how we're going to be unwilling to follow government orders? Wait a minute. Okay, so mass morgue planning, and then also in the same conference they're going to be planning on how to deal with the unwillingness of government orders. Sounds like a conference that I want to be a part of. Concurrent breakout session number 7. Effectively undertake mass vaccinations, enforce quarantines. They are meeting about enforcing quarantines and mass vaccinations, you guys. This is serious.
And look, but this is one time. Forget the conspiracy. Listen to our government agencies. These guys are telling the truth. You know, there's no conspiracy here, folks. Just get your damn vaccine.
All right. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Apparently children were used as, for lack of a better term, guinea pigs in Oklahoma. I know from talking to people in the research community, even scientists who helped develop the vaccine for smallpox are saying they're not going to take the vaccine and urging their friends and family not to take this vaccine either.
And what kind of side effects did these children have, if any?
Well, contained in the vaccine is a component called thimerosal, which has been proven, half of it is composed of mercury, and it's been proven to cause not only Guillain-Barré syndrome, but also autism in young children. There's been several court cases because of past vaccinations due to the autism issue.
Do you understand the severity of what's happening? Power is knowledge. We need to be prepared.